Well, it's another really ugly rainy day. Kind of makes it hard for me to build because I don't want to get too much moisture in this place before I get a chance to finish it out. Got a bunch more staining and trim work, sanding, and putting in shelves, cabinets. I gotta put in the sink still. Freaking weather, man. Alright, so today, figure since the weather's not so good, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you some of the stuff I've been working on. And I'm sure you've seen the before of this, and this is the after so far. I'm still working on demoing out some of this carpet on the walls. It is oh sorry, my finger's in the way. This carpet is on there pretty good with some really ugly glue. Then I gotta scrape all this glue off. It's not been easy. First night that it really rained real hard. Of course, I said I haven't told y'all this yet, but this thing was not sealed up very well. It's a piece of sheet metal that's been screwed onto the back here. You can kind of see where the water was leaking. All right here. I managed to seal it up, and it's all the way sealed now, and there's no water collecting in here because the first night it was raining. This whole thing in the corner filled up with water, but I was able to quickly fix it. I'm gonna have to repaint it. No big deal. This happens, you know. She's been used, and I just needed to fix it. The ceiling came out really nice. It's all dry. It's really, really nice, refreshing white color. I tried to trim in around the windows as best as I could. I'm gonna repaint these windows black because you can see there's some little scratches and stuff on them there. A little bit of paint I can clean off. No big deal. This one has a screen. It's got a nice little window. Screen's still good. Like I said, there's been no major leaks or anything like that. You can see there's a little bit of caulking in here on the top, all the way. The only other spot I had a leak was right here. You can barely see it, where it's kind of a little bit, right here where it's a little bit discolorated. You can see the paint that's on the wood right here. That was from me kind of trying to get the caulking up inside there. It was leaking from the frame from the outside, but I got that sealed up real good. And yeah, it's working good now. I'm using these 1x3s. I'm gonna use these 1x3s as trim so that it will act as a shelf and hide my lights in the back there. So I'll be able to, you know, have storage back here, have little shelves that come up, other little storage, but that'll keep my lights safe, keep them from falling off the ledge because I haven't mounted them properly yet. Stuff I'm salvaging. Oh yes, underneath the bed. Unfortunately, I did not get to film building this. It really isn't that too much that like you missed out on. Sheet of plywood, a couple 2x4s. I salvaged a bunch of these from the backyard of one of my old tree houses. That's why I gotta get all these nails and stuff out. Just haven't gotten to it yet. But it's put together with 4-inch screws. All of this stuff is going to be mounted to the floor. The frame is mounted already to the wall back here and back here, and then the rest of it is storage underneath. I haven't 100% decked out the whole floor. There's like a little spot here and stuff, but I'm not really too worried about it. I have my plugs that I'm working on remounting. I'm gonna have this main plug here. This one can go anywhere it wants, and then my other plug runs over there. It's powering my light right now, and all my other lights. But all in all, I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit more detailed look at what I'm gonna be doing with this. So let me show you how big the bed is. as you can see, the bed is a pretty decent size. It's about a little bit bigger than a twin, I'd say. You know, just big enough, just small enough to where we still have room. We can still have comfortable sleeping area. I'm gonna buy a bed for it. We're gonna have all that stuff, blankets, pillows, you name it. There's gonna be some small shelves here, a little counter for, you know, laptop, whatever. I'm thinking I want to put another plug down here where you can plug in a computer, cell phone, whatever you want. And then we'll mount all the solar panels to the very top of the outside of the roof when there's a dry day and whenever we get them. We've got tons of really cool windows that open. Very handy. Got it right there. I put wood on this, painted it black with a dark stain. Had to make everything fit. It's a little tricky. Still a little bit of sawdust from trimming up everything and making it fit right. Doors close good. I want to replace this carpet with, as you can see, it's kind of rotten. I want to replace all these carpet with wood of some kind, and all these parts here where it's all tan, I want to paint black like I did back here. So that's what it'll look like when we're done. The inside, we're going to paint it black. That way we can, I don't know, I just like the two-tone, the way it's going. Make it look clean. We got the black sandwood and then the white top, so kind of make it match the window frames. And then let me show you some of the other parts of this thing. Alright, so this is my view when we're driving down the road. Got this nice shifting column right here. Got speedometer, my fuel level, temperature, oil pressure, battery voltage. It's been doing really good. I'm gonna clean a little bit of this up. The gentleman that had it before me, he had glued this fake wood all around this stuff here, so there's like this yellowish brown residue left from the glue, so I'll have to kind of clean that up, see what I can do. No radio right now, all this stuff's disconnected, no AC either. Not worried about that right now. And this whole piece is where the engine's located, and it's a little rough. You can tell she hadn't been cleaned in a while, but oh yeah, look at this. We've got this little table here. Pretty cool. Storage here. Cup holders. Vent, AC. Rearview mirror. Got my phone mount hooked up to there when we go traveling. It's got these little lights up here. I think the bulbs are burned out. They do not work. They did at one point, but I'm not really worried about that right now. It still needs some work, of course. I'm working on getting new floor mats for it. The paint's coming off this bottom part. We're gonna paint all this black too. Sand it down a little bit, get this all cleaned up. And let me show you the inside, what this thing runs on real quick. Kick out of this. I'm using my old longboard bearings for washers to hold on my center console right now. Pretty fancy. Alright, so a couple things that I'm going to end up doing. I need to pull off this distributor, check all my plugs, wires, make sure everything is making good contact. It's running a little bit rough. I've cleaned out the carburetor a little bit, and I'll show you that here in a second. I'm going to need a new air filter, new secondary air filter, and just really to replace some of the stuff in here because it's from 1986, and from what I can tell, it really hasn't been cleaned probably ever. As you can see, there's the ground out there. You got the transmission right here, and you can see all the stuff underneath there. Transmission, drive shaft. That's the shifter linkage right there. It's all mechanical. There's no, there's really not very many electrical parts. This is the cruise control right here. And here, let me show you why she's struggling a little bit and what I've done to kind of help it run a little bit better. Alright, first off, this is really bad. I need to get a new one very soon. They're not supposed to be black. They're literally supposed to be white. Let me show you the difference. This is how much of a difference there is. So it's definitely oil soaked, very dirty. I tried to clean it out with an air hose, a little bit of brake parts cleaner, just so it would breathe better. It seems to do all right for now. As you can see, this is really bad. There's tons of oil in here, and it's really gunked up. You can tell it's been run hard for many years. This is the air filter cover and the airflow intake from here. Carburetor is down in there. And that thing was, well, it still is pretty dirty, but I cleaned it a lot with a toothbrush and brake parts cleaner. Let me pop off some of these hoses so you can get a better look at that. Now that I got that stuff out of the way, I'm going to give you a little bit closer look at the carburetor. She is a lot cleaner than it was before. Those breather plates there and all these little things were literally black and looked like they'd been varnished. I cleaned it up as best I could with what I had right now. I need to go buy the rebuild kit for the carburetor. I believe it's a Rochester Quadrajet, and I'll be pulling this out soon and cleaning it up. I've been noticing that this back here has been sticking, which is not good. All of these parts are supposed to move freely. And my dad's been helping me out a lot with this stuff because I'm not too familiar with stuff like this. I've built my fair share of little go-karts and stuff in the past, but this is a big go-kart, and he's been showing me the ins and outs and little tips and tricks and stuff how to make all this stuff run better. But I cleaned this up a little bit. These used to stick. They were like really rough. They would go like and they didn't move right. This is still sticking on me, which is the throttle control. You can see when I press the throttle, that little pump in the back pumps gas into my carburetor, which is what makes it turn on. But other than that, I'm just trying to get this cleaned up. I need to do an oil change. I need to fix some of my hoses. I've been taping on my hoses again as I go. It runs, it drives. Like I said, it needs work. It's not perfect, but it's mine, and it's always fun to work on stuff like this. I always enjoy it. Learn something new every day. But I'm not gonna do too much work on it today since the weather's kind of bad, and I can't really get to anything right now. Let me just see. Alright, I got everything back together. I'm gonna go ahead and go grab my keys real quick, start her up so you can hear the sound of this monster truck that I've acquired, and just one second. work in progress. It's coming along. The weather's not being too nice to us, so it's been a little bit hard to get some more work done, but I at least wanted to show you her running. Alright, real quick, I wanted to show you this. This is how I get power. There's a simple extension cord and a plug in here, so when I'm on the road, I unplug her. When I get to wherever I want, if they got power, I can just plug it right in. If you ever thought about getting a camper van or getting a van and converting it, I highly recommend you do it, because this has been really interesting. I've learned a lot so far as building and how to maximize the usage of the space inside. I'm learning how to work on my engine. Like I said, my dad's helping me out with a lot of the mechanical stuff, and I'm doing all the carpentry work on the inside. Alright, well, the rain's starting to pick up, and there's not really much I can do today. I just wanted to give you all a quick update on the inside, show you the things that I didn't film, and once again to say I'm back, and I hope you all enjoy this build. Leave a comment down in the bottom and suggest a paint color maybe. We're kind of back and forth with paint colors, trying to figure out what we want to do. That's going to come in the future though, not like too soon, but if you have any ideas, any schemes you're thinking, leave your comment down below, and we'll read those. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If you haven't seen my other video of me demoing this out, building it, us playing in it, go and check out my camper build. I'll put a link in the description down below. And thanks for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button so you know when I'm uploading. And y'all keep building, and y'all have a good new year. Peace.